Right, hello beautiful souls, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Henry and I welcome you into this divine sacred space. So today we will find out what your future self has to say to you, what the overall energies are, what you need to hear right now, and what the overall guidance is. All right, so we have three groups here. This is group 1. This is group 2, and this is group 3. Please choose one of the groups with your intuition and your heart feeling as always, and the timestamps will be provided down below in the description box as well as in the comment section, and I cannot wait to welcome you at your group. Alright, hello group number 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So let's find out what your future self wants you to know, what the overall energies and messages are. Okay, so we're starting off your reading with beautiful energy. Right here we have the full moon in Capricorn, which says the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, listen up, bitches. I feel like if you have recently been going through just a shitty time, you know, just a very intense time in your life where you've been like, oh my fucking gosh, like, when is this gonna stop, you know? When will this, you know, incredibly draining and tough and just difficult energy leave my fucking life? Like, when is it gonna happen? I feel like you have been dealing with, you know, maybe some of you have been going through your Saturn return, you know, or you know, the planet Saturn has been very present in your life energetically and just dragging you through certain you know, situations and life lessons, and you have just had about enough and you're like, what the fuck, to I need to have fun times again, you know, I need to have a good life again. I want to feel happy, I want to feel good, I want to feel just grateful, you know, and at peace, and I need serotonin, bitch. Like, this is the energy I'm getting for you guys. What I want you to know with this card starting of your reading, your future self is like, honey, this energy will not stay in your life much longer. Soon it's gonna get the fuck out and there's a new cycle that will start, okay? Because this is the ending of a tough cycle, and when a door closes, when a cycle is fulfilled, another one starts, okay? And I just saw 222, beautiful. So let's dive into your tarot cards and see what else needs to be heard for you guys. Let's see. Spirit, come through. Oh, let me pick that card up right quick. So I feel like you guys, with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles right here, you have been struggling a lot with finding inner peace, with finding stability within yourself and within your life. You know, maybe you recently, you know, had to deal with a, you know, difficulty about money or finances or some kind of like material shit, right? And it's been very hard for you to find that balance within yourself. Because I'm getting the sense that you guys have been very up in the air recently. You know, like you cannot really find your inner ground, your inner roots. You're having a hard time just grounding yourself, okay? And what I want you guys to do right now, and also your future self is coming through here being like, honey, you really need to start prioritizing your inner peace, okay? Because if you're always up in the air, if you're always like just neglecting that inner peace within you, you will not go somewhere nice in life. You know, like, don't you want to experience life from a peaceful place and from a like happy, deep place, you know? And the candle is just bringing some black smoke. is going up right now. If you can, I don't know if you can see that, but I definitely can. But I'm not sure if you can because the camera is not that good. But I really feel like, honey, you really gotta cleanse the shit out of yourself. Like, oh my God, okay? You have been so up in the air. You have been so, like, you know, spending so much time and energy on your overthinking, on thoughts and worries that will never come true, you know? You've been so up in the air, so what I'm getting, and your future self wants you to prioritize grounding yourself right now. Okay? Interesting. So let's dive deeper. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a lot of earth sign energy here. You know, because so far, all of this is earth sign energy. So you guys might be earth signs, or if you are, you know, like if you have a lot of fire placements or water placements, I feel like this could also be your future self coming through and being like, bitch, you need to like, you know, embody more of that earth sign energy. You know, you need to start embodying more of that Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo kind of like energy and get your feet onto the ground again, metaphorically speaking, right? But I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like, you know, there's something you really need to start working on. And I feel like this might be something internal as well. You know, you've been neglecting something which has been causing you to float around up in the air, right? Because you're actually, like, deep down, you are scared to come back to the ground and to deal with these difficulties you might have internally. But your future self is like, honey, now or never. You need to start facing those issues. You need to start going to therapy or finding a mentor or start journaling, working with your shadow self, healing that inner fucking child of yours because, oh my gosh, like, your inner child has been craving attention, okay? You need to start working on yourself. You need to start working on your mental and emotional well-being right now, okay? Stop neglecting that. Oh my gosh, because I really feel like you have been going through some shit, you guys. I'm so sorry. So let's dive deeper and see what else needs to be heard. Yes, we have the King of Wands here. So I feel like someone might actually come through, you know, someone might actually come into your life who will help you out with a lot of mental stuff, you know? For some of you guys, if you have been, you know, trying to find a good therapist, if you have been trying to find some kind of healer, you know, something like that, just know that this energy is present here and this person might actually come through very soon, okay? But I also just really want you to start working on yourself. And this is also giving me the energy that, you know, because for example, listen, therapists and healers and whatever, you know, like people in a position that we look up to, right? They can give us the tools we need, right? But they cannot fix our internal problems themselves. When we go to therapy, when we see a healer, whatever, they are giving us tools, but they are not the ones healing us. It is always up to us. So right now you are meant to take things into your own hands. And this is very interesting that this is coming through again, because, you know, like 2 days ago when I filmed the collective week ahead reading, this is the exact message that came through. Okay, so there's definitely a pattern here, which, by the way, this reading is timeless, so no matter when you're watching this, this message I feel like is really for you, you know, because this energy has been so present. You know, it's really time for you to work on yourself and maybe even start looking for help if you need it, but also make sure to not rely on others too much, to a point where you're like, oh my gosh, I need this person to fix me or something, because no, bitch, you are the one who can fix yourself. You will be handed the tools, but it's up to you if you like use them, right? So let's dive deeper and see what else needs to be heard. Oh gosh, okay. Listen, you guys, I don't know why this feels like a therapy session. Like, if I was a therapist, I feel like this would, make sense. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay? So you guys have been holding on to something. You have been holding on to, like, shit from the past. And I also feel like this is very specific, but I'm getting specifically that some of you guys have a hard time opening up to people, especially with, like, healers or therapists. This keeps coming through here, you guys. I want you guys to really work on opening yourself up, right? Because this is very important, especially if you decide to do some kind of therapist or internal work. You have to tell people about what happened. You have to learn how to open yourself up, okay? It's very important for you guys. You cannot expect to heal if you don't allow yourself to speak up about what happened in the past. Your future self is really onto something here and calling you guys out like crazy. I'm really sorry, but this is this needs to be heard. Okay. You need to let it out. You guys really need to fucking let it out, because we also have the moon here. Okay, it talks about secrecy. It talks about your shadow self, your internal subconscious world, mystery, right? Mystical energy. This is definitely present here for you guys. And I feel like, we also have the Seven of Pentacles here. Your higher self, your future self, they want you to go down on this path of working with your shadow self, doing shadow work, diving deep and healing old wounds from the past. And I know it's hard, but listen to me. Once you start doing that, we have the Seven of Pentacles here. You might not see progress right away. You might not see progress right away, but it is going to be slow and steady. And over time, it's going to build up so massively and beautifully. You will be like, oh my fucking gosh. I'm so thankful I started working through this bullshit. I'm so thankful that now I can finally see the progress I've made. This will not happen overnight, you guys. But you need to start now. Because if you don't start now, if you don't start healing shit from the past now, it might never happen. Stop waiting for the right moment to do so. Stop waiting for the right moment to, heal that shit, or stop waiting for the right people. At the end of the day, it's up to you, right? And unfortunately, we live in this, day and age where it's a privilege to go to therapy. It is a privilege. Not everyone can have that. So we kind of a lot of us gotta learn how to deal with it ourselves, okay? It's like you are really being sent down this path right now to finally face your fears, finally face your issues, okay? Finally face what has been lying underneath the surface for so fucking long. And I also want you guys to know that this situation, this shit that has been underneath the surface for you for so long, it will not bring you down. I feel like some of you guys are actually really scared to, basically peel back the layers of your conditioning, of your trauma and all of that, right? Because you're scared that you will go on a downward spiral when you start doing the process. But let me tell you, it will actually make you stronger. You will start seeing yourself in a different light, in a more confident light. Do you see this cat looking into its reflection and seeing a fucking tiger? Or, no, not tiger. I think it's a panther, right? Yeah, panther. This is you guys, okay? It's you, okay? So don't be afraid, and don't think that once you open up, it will destroy you, because it will not destroy you. It will make you so fucking strong. It's time for you to face it, because it's been such a huge fucking blockage, okay? And this can be ancestral trauma, healing ancestral trauma, or parents, healing the trauma with your parents or family, or past relationships, or whatever it is. I know for a fact that you guys do not want to hear what I'm saying right now because it's fucking uncomfortable, okay? But it's important you needed to hear this. It is important that your future self gave you this message today. It is safe for you to heal. It is safe for you to peel back those layers of pretending that everything is fine, of always keeping everything to yourself. Listen, you guys, have you been hanging out with people, you know, and that have just, like, you've constantly just been focusing on their problems, helping out with their problems, helping them heal? Honey, that is a sign of a wounded healer, of a people pleaser. You know, really ask yourself, why do you feel uncomfortable talking about your problems with your friends, right? Why do you feel uncomfortable? And very often when we go through our lives, you know, acting like everything is fine, you know, like, I can help you, but I don't have to talk about my problems. I'm totally fine, you know, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. People will start taking advantage of you because they will think like, oh my gosh, like this person is always available. They are always fine. You know, I don't need to care about their problems. Honey, ask yourself, like, really fucking ask yourself, like, how can I start opening up to my friends? How can I start opening up to other people? It's so important for you right now. And if someone like doesn't pay attention, you know, to your problems, or if someone doesn't give you the space you need to open up, that might not be like an authentic friendship, okay? I don't know why that just came through, but some of you guys needed to hear that, okay? Because I very often dealt with this in the past, you know, because I always used to, you know, so much like help out other people, give them my energy, and then when it came to me and I needed something, silence. Silence, bitch. You know, so you really gotta just take an overall look at your life and see your patterns and see, you know, connect with the people who will be there for you, you know? So final messages for you guys with the same Moonology deck, because I'm still traveling. I only brought 2 decks with me, so you will see these decks a lot in the future, okay? But let's see what you guys need to hear. Final messages we have. Oh my fucking gosh, you guys, we have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity, okay? It's time to finally open up and work through all of the bullshit you have been carrying within you, being so afraid to open up about it, you know? It's time to release that shit, you guys. Because you can only release it if you allow yourself to release it. Talking about it is releasing. Journaling about it is releasing. Creating art about it. Writing, you know, singing, dancing about it. It's all releasing. But I'm really getting the sense that you need to talk to someone. You really fucking need to talk to someone, you guys. That is like the main message from your future self, okay? So, final card for you guys. Final energy. We have... Your dreams need a practical plan. And this is yet another full moon. The full moon in Taurus, okay? So for some of you guys, I'm also getting the sense that, you know, maybe right now you've been having certain goals and like certain ideas for your future. And maybe you have been feeling blocked about this. You know, maybe you have been like, oh my gosh, I want to start this like career, or I want to manifest this, I want to go into this direction, but it has been blocked for some reason. And that reason being that you need to release the shit from the past, you know? Because as I always say, how can the universe open new doors for you when you're still standing inside like the door frame of an old door, right? That is no longer meant for you. How can you expect to be, you know, elevated or like, you know, to be granted a new door, walking through a new door when you're still standing inside the old one? You know, that's really something you need to release. You need to start creating space for your dreams, okay? And then we also have the new moon in Pisces, okay? Meditate and contemplate. So, you know, meditation is powerful. As I always say, meditation, journaling, doing yoga, whatever, right? Taking long ass walks by yourself. Those are all free therapy sessions. So start just taking advantage of that. Like your future self really wants you to be a little bit more mindful, you know, and just start meditating more, you guys, because it will bring you very far, okay? I promise you, you have all the power and possibility and tools to heal, all of which you went through, okay? So group number one, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. I totally enjoyed doing this reading with you. I hope this wasn't too harsh, but this is what needed to be heard, you know? This is what you guys needed to hear. This is the time for you to start paving the way for your healing. This is the time, the start, the beginning for you to release and make space for the new to come, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you, what your situation is. I would love to know. I always love connecting with you. And yes, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm sending so much love. Bye. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So let's find out what your future self wants you to know, what the overall energies and messages are, okay? So we're starting off your reading with the card New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So I feel like with this energy starting off your reading, group number two, listen, you know what? I'm just not gonna say, I don't even feel like saying it again. Because I always say it on my channel. It's like, you know, if you guys have been following me for a while, you will know what I'm about to say, okay? Fake your confidence, because confidence is your key to success, okay? Always, right? If you are looking to get a job or an apartment or, you know, like a relationship or whatever it is that you want, confidence will open so many more doors for you. Because confidence is attractive, okay? Even if it's not authentic. And this sounds kind of fake and like bad advice, but you know, like just listen to me for 1 second. If you are constantly making yourself small, if you're constantly like walking around the world like people can basically run all over you, and you're basically a trash bin, because some of you do that, okay? I'm well aware, and that is not okay. If you do that, your future self is like, bitch, it's time to stop that. It is time to embody more of your inner lion, of your inner Leo energy. Even if you don't have any Leo placements at all, doesn't matter. What you need to do is start taking up space right now. Your future self is like, bitch, you need to start presenting yourself to the world in a very, you know, elegant and confident manner. Because if you don't do that, people might not take you seriously. I always made myself small in the past. People used to make fun of me, and I was in on the fun. You know, when someone made fun of me, I was insecure and I made fun of myself as well. You know, because I didn't have any respect for myself. Or I just made myself so small to a point where I was like, oh my gosh, like everyone can hurt me. Honey, no, 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 no. This world, as it is, it's already just so fucking exhausting to be alive. And I know this sounds so negative, right? But this is like, you know, being alive is a dense experience, right? The human experience on this earth is fucking dense. It's intense and it's dense, okay? And it can be so fucking exhausting. But it's even more exhausting if you continue making yourself small, if you continue just acting like you are like a tiny little cockroach that's getting on everyone's nerves, that is just, you know, tiny as fuck, and people can step on you and just run over you. You know, that was kind of a weird example. But you guys, this is not okay. You need to start embodying more of your inner lion, your inner lioness, whatever. Because it will be the key to your success. And even if you're like, Henry, what the fuck? Like, I don't have any confidence. How do I get there? As I always say in my channel, you fake it. You start, it's literally like the way you walk, the way you sit, the way you hold your body is the start of how confident you are. Start getting into the habit of, like having a very straight and, high posture, wherever you're sitting. Don't sit like you are like a loop or something. Don't sit like this, sit like this, right? It's important for you because when people see that, when people see you sitting up straight, having your chin up, putting your phone away more, because that is also a sign of confidence. Because, especially in our day-to-day lives nowadays, we take the bus or we walk around or we wait somewhere, we always take the phone. That makes us so not approachable. But when people see us standing up tall and straight, not looking at our phone, just being completely present, that tells them, oh my gosh, this bitch is so confident. Like, yes, incredible, magical person. Let me approach them, right? This is the energy your future self wants you to start embodying, because essentially what it will do is it will open doors for you. Confidence will open doors for you. Even if the confidence is faked at first, at some point you will start feeling genuinely confident because you're not allowing yourself, you are not allowing people to run all over you like it did in the past. So speak your truth, honeys. Stand tall because you are a fucking lion, okay? So let's dive into your tarot cards and see what you guys need to hear. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. Let's dive deeper. Knight of Wands. Okay, so I feel like your future self wants you to know that the next, like the following, like future, the foreseeable future, it is gonna be very social. You might meet new people that will be attracted to the newfound way you are carrying yourself, is what I'm getting. So right now, it really is important to change the way you present yourself to the world. Because I feel like group number 2, if you chose this, I feel like most of you really are carrying yourselves small in some kind of way. You're making yourself small and it's not nice. You're not doing yourself a favor with this. Once you start embodying this lion energy you have within yourself, because everyone has it. Everyone. You wonder why children are so fucking confident? Before all of the, like, manipulation and, like, society coming for them, they're so connected to their inner confidence, because, like, they have not been conditioned yet to, or other people, like, basically didn't really make them small or anything. They just, vibed within their own confident energy, Just think back to when you were a child, you were able to embrace yourself authentically and fully and just love yourself completely. And you can always come back to this because your inner child is still within you and this energy is still within you, Once you start embodying this inner lion energy, people will start being so fucking attracted to you. They will look at you like, oh my gosh, like this person is so nice. I want to be friends with them. Okay. So that's on that. And I also feel like there's some kind of group work coming your way. Okay. Hold up. I have to change my position right quick. There's also some group work coming your way and a shit ton of adventure, you guys. Group number 2, Knight of Wands. There is voice, bitch, hello. There's an adventure that is soon coming your way. There is a door that will lead to adventure very soon, group number 2, which is beautiful. So let's, oh my gosh, did you see that? The Ace of Pentacles, like, literally just flew out into the card spread. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Focus, bitch. Okay, so I also feel like this ties in beautifully. But the second you start knowing your worth, money will start flowing your way as well, you know? Because money, it's kind of also energy, right? I'm saying kind of because people have many different opinions about it, but in my perspective, it kind of is energy, right? So once you know your worth and you're like, I deserve this, I deserve that, I deserve a beautiful, comfortable lifestyle, I deserve abundance, I deserve money, I deserve amazing friends, this is coming your way. So I feel like not only will you attract great people very soon, group number 2, but there's also a shit ton of abundance coming your way, okay, which is beautiful. And this feels like a beautiful, like, uplifting energy for you guys. Group number 1 was very heavy, I'm not gonna lie, and this is just like the complete opposite, but it all starts within you, because I still feel like right now you are just acting like you are, as I said, a cockroach, an annoying little cockroach, but bitch, you're not annoying and you're not little. So why the fuck are you acting like a cockroach? It doesn't make sense, you guys. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of funny. Like, you're so fucking talented, you're beautiful, and you are just like, just pretending like you're the small being. Like, what the fuck? It's funny. Okay, we also have the Two of Cups. Beautiful. And the World. Bitch, I'm telling you, there is this beautiful shift coming your way, and your future self really wants you to basically prepare for that. Okay? If you guys are single, some of you guys from group number 2 who are watching this, if you are single, just know that by you presenting yourself to the world with strength and confidence, it will lead you to beautiful new romance as well. Two of Cups, I'm seeing like new dates on the horizons, new meetings. It is gonna be a very social period, okay? And I also feel like if, the world has lots of meanings, but in this case, very stereotypical, I feel like you might actually travel soon. There's this carefree energy where you're like, oh my gosh, I can just let go of this and I can be independent and fully free for once. Soon you will experience this independence within you and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I don't have to wait for other people to go to this place, to travel to this country, to travel to this part of the world. I don't have to wait for people to go see this movie I've been wanting to see. I don't have to wait for people to join this yoga class. I don't have to wait for people to start going to the gym. Right? This is you, bitch. This is you finally realizing, oh my gosh, like the world is my oyster. This is you. You're finally realizing, oh my gosh, I can actually do all of this by myself if I want to. And honey, you want to. I just see this. But overall, there are new people coming your way who will want to spend time with you, who will want to give you a lot of like good energy. Okay? Also, group number 2, I want you guys to know, once all of those new people start coming in, make sure, don't make the same mistake you did in the past. Don't carry their problems. Don't carry their burdens. There needs to be a huge fucking boundary. When you meet new people and you notice, oh my gosh, they're trauma dumping or they're just going through a lot of shit, which is obviously not nice and sad, to like notice, especially if they're your friends and you feel like you really vibe with this person. You can send them love, but you don't have to solve it. I don't know why I just got that, but it's very important for you guys to know that you don't have to carry other people's burden. Okay? You just don't. That is not your job. That is just not your job. Because, before we pull any more cards, I feel like diving into this. Because sometimes, especially if you have this people-pleasing past and you always wanted to try to help people, sometimes we are literally blocking their karma. Sometimes people are meant to go through a situation, a hard, difficult situation, and they are meant to experience this and go through it. So you people-pleasing and trying to carry their burden, it might even block the karma, And I mean this in the most loving way. you know? Because sometimes we become so desperate trying to help people, especially if we're empaths, but that is actually not good, because that is not our job, you know? And this sounds so fucking harsh, and just know that I am definitely coming from a place of love here. But sometimes we just gotta lay back and stop being so desperate about trying to solve other people's issues, because I really feel like most of you guys are empaths, and it's so beautiful you want to help people most of the time. But it's also important for you to take a step back and let them solve their problems, because you already have so much to carry on your own. So just make sure to set that boundary, to help out and send love when your own cup is full. But don't cross the line of desperately trying to people please and like help other people and just go into the darkness with them. That is not your job, okay? Wow, that escalated. But I just felt like you guys needed to know that, okay? So let's dive deeper. Group number 2, it needs to be heard. Group number 2, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles, hello, focus. Oh my gosh, can you focus please? Thank you. 10 of Pentacles, beautiful. And the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like group number 2, there is also, there's a lot of healing when it comes to your family. Okay? There's a lot of healing that comes to your family. Your relationships overall will soon start to feel like they're very grounded, they're very rooted and stable. If you guys have been experiencing difficulties and kind of like up in the air situations with your loved ones, just know that there's a lot of stability coming your way, okay? Also, some of you guys might, okay, listen, so specific, but I just need to get this out. If you are one of my male viewers, you know, if you are a guy, if you identify as a guy, right? You have a familiar that is a dog. That was so fucking specific, but I just got that, you know? To my male viewers, I saw this like vision of you just having a dog, and that dog being your familiar. Whether this dog is already present within your life or whether it isn't, you know, it doesn't matter. There is definitely a dog in this life coming your way. I don't know why I just got that. And this can also be for, you know, no matter which gender you are, if you just, you know, embody more of that masculine energy, you know, no matter what you identify as or who you identify as, you know, as I always say, safe space for everyone here, okay? Just know that there's a freaking dog just protecting you. Like the energy of like the dog, like familiar kind of energy is present here. Okay, and I also feel like with the Page of Pentacles, you guys, I just really see you travel. You know, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the World. There is an adventure you will soon embark on, which is gonna be so fucking beautiful. Like, damn, what are you guys up to? Like, you know, just like traveling to a new country. Getting the bigger picture is also what I'm getting. By the way, excuse the background sounds, you guys. Getting the bigger picture is what I'm getting. You know, when I traveled alone to Scotland this year, well, to the UK, did it 2 times, you know, for a couple of weeks, very beautiful. It gave me the chance, because I went alone, I went by myself, right? It gave me the chance to have this bigger picture kind of perspective on my overall life back at home. While I was away, while I was just depending on myself, you know, I was completely independent, relying on myself, which was such a freeing and beautiful experience. I got the opportunity to look back at my home life and see what I need to change, you know, because sometimes the places where all of the difficulty and overthinking lies at are not the places where we can fix the problems at, if you know what I mean. Sometimes we just gotta travel and get this outside perspective, this bigger pictures perspective. I feel like this is what you guys will get very soon, okay? Which is very beautiful. So, final messages for you, group number 2. Let's see. Spirit, come through. What needs to be heard? Ooh. Hold up. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I literally just almost... Oh gosh, I had such a hard time picking that card up. Okay. Almost fell off my chair. Anyway, we have the Cardinal Moon here. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, so this is confirmation. If you guys have been thinking about like traveling or, you know, just moving into a new like horizon chapter, whatever, where your independence is more highlighted and needed, bitch, this is your sign. This is your sign to fucking go for it, okay? This is beautiful. So, group number 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know if this resonates and what your situation is and how this made you feel and, yeah, how your future self made you feel, because at the end of the day, I just channeled your future self, right? So, yeah, feel free to let me know. I'm sending so much love your way. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me as always. And I will see you very soon. Bye. Alright, hello group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So let's find out what your future self has to tell you, what kind of messages they have, what the overall energy is, and what you need to know. Okay, so we are starting off your reading with the new moon in Virgo. Beautiful energy, and it says a time to give rather than take. So, group number 3, I feel like with this energy starting off your reading, I'm getting that you guys need to practice a little more gratitude. You gotta make sure to give more thanks to the universe. I feel like you might have been taking things for granted a little, okay? Like not calling you out here, it happens to everyone, right? Because sometimes it's just so fucking hard to stay grateful, right? But you guys really need to start getting into the habit of appreciating what you already have instead of focusing on what you don't have, right? This is deeply coming through here, and your future self is like, honey, if you start like just, you know, meeting the universe halfway and just bringing more gratitude in, it's gonna shift shit up, and it's gonna, you know, you're gonna attract more blessings. So if you have kind of been feeling in the dark, you guys, and you're like, like this is so shitty, like this energy is so weird, it's just so like, you know, just disgusting. Honey, it's time to start practicing more gratitude, okay? Like this is coming through here, right? And it's also like, I feel like you have been focusing on yourself a lot, which is really good, okay? This is also coming through here. You have been focusing on yourself, you have been thriving, you have been taking good care of your mental health and your physical health and your well-being. You have been doing a lot of self-care. I'm seeing this like cleansing, like fog just going through your whole system. Like you recently did some kind of major cleanse, like maybe you went through some kind of healer, or you did a cleansing session by yourself with a bath or like meditation, or, you know, like just overall cleansing your energetic field, and like your higher self is really proud of you for doing that, okay? So that's on that. And I also want you guys to, oh, wait a minute. What is this message? It is safe for you to embrace yourself creatively when it comes to fashion. Now, I believe this came through either in one of the earlier readings or in another pick a card recently. I'm not sure, but there's something about this message, you guys. Don't be afraid to express yourself creatively when it comes to your fashion sense and the, you know, the things you wear and all of that, okay? Because in this card imagery, I'm seeing this like woman, you know, she's wearing this beautiful flower crown. She is slaying hard, okay? And this is what you guys need to embody more of as well. Because don't underestimate the power of, you know, like clothes. Like, you know, when people meet you, they cannot instantly get to know yourself on a deeper level and, you know, your like see your mentality and all of that. The first thing they see is the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself to the world. So always make sure it's in alignment with your authenticity, that you don't, like, don't end up wearing stuff where you're like, well, this fits into the norm, like into the norm of society. It's kind of like once you start embracing what you like, you instantly become more attractive. Group number 3, okay? So this is beautiful. So let's dive deeper and see what your future self has to tell you. What needs to come through? Okay, let's see. Spirit, what needs to come through for group number 3? Queen of Swords. You guys need to be more clear with your words and boundaries. There are certain boundaries you still have to set, and you're like, bitch, I don't know if I can do this. Like, it's so like nerve-wracking when you go up to a person and you're like, listen, I love you, but you cannot do this, you cannot do that, or let's change some shit up in that department, right? It's hard. But you guys need to do that right now. And this ties in beautifully with the new moon in Virgo. It's like, organizing, decluttering, like getting all of your ducks in a row, getting your shit together again. This is the energy. And a huge part of that, like getting your shit together, is actually also setting boundaries. Because there have been people in your life who have just been so distracting you, with this devil card here. They have been distracting you so much. Or it could also be like just some kind of habits, and you're like, oh my fucking gosh, like, yo, I need a break from you, or I need a break from this. But you have still been indulging into this habit or personal place because you have a problem setting boundaries. Because deep down, you still make yourself small, and you don't allow yourself to set some boundaries or speak your truth because you're scared you're gonna end up hurting other people. And yeah, you just throw yourself completely back into this childlike perspective. But honey, let me tell you, you are not a child anymore. I know your inner child is very fucking scared when it comes to like, making huge important decisions and setting boundaries and putting yourself first. But also, guys, let me tell you, as a dear friend of mine recently told me, the inner child is very dumb, Like, it's so sweet, it's so divine, but also fucking dumb, right? That's why it likes to, attach itself to, unhealthy partners, relationships, unhealthy situations. What the fuck was that? Anyway, so unhealthy situations, blah, 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 because of childhood trauma. Little does it know that you, the adult self, you are in charge, right? So I want you guys to take that power back, and just know that it's very important for you guys to work on your inner child right now, because it has still been stuck in very like just stupid situations, okay? And I mean this in the most lighthearted way, because children, obviously, they don't think like adults, hence why they're dumb. So you just gotta make sure to care for that inner child and show it where it needs to go, right? Because you are in charge. So if your inner child says, oh my gosh, like I cannot set this boundary, I'm so scared, honey, you are in charge. Your adult self, your higher self, your adult self is in charge. So channel that energy instead of always doing things that are led by the inner child, because sometimes it's just not the best option. Okay, I hope I said that in a nice and kind way. I'm not trying to come for your inner child in any way, okay? Not at all. But sometimes we just got to redirect them carefully and lovingly, Let's see, what else needs to come through for you, group number 3? Let's see. Ooh, beautiful. Hold up. So, group number 3, I feel like with Judgment next, you guys are setting yourselves free from a situation that has been such a burden for you. Every day you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I have this huge fucking burden to bear. It's so heavy. Like, what the fuck do I do? Have you been feeling like that in the morning? Have you been feeling this morning heaviness where you're like, oh gosh, I don't want to get out of bad, you know, I will be like presented with this situation or person. I cannot do this anymore, right? Honey, at this point, you have a choice. If something is so incredibly fucking draining and exhausting, why are you still there? Why? Like, tell me why. Is it because you're in victim mode? Is it because you're scared to like get out and like find new, better people or situations or horizons overall? You feel like you don't deserve better? Honey, we're not doing this, okay? And I feel like I'm channeling a one-on-one reading right now for someone, not gonna lie, but we are not settling for less. If some situation is draining you, best believe you get the fuck out of there. I recently broke up with someone because I realized, you know, even though I really appreciate you and your energy, you're just not giving me what I need. So I had to go out. And it feels very freeing, you guys. It's scary at first, but you need to cut the cords. You need to get out of a situation or a person who is not giving you what you need. You have been playing small. Give yourself the gift of freedom again. And just as I'm seeing this, you know, with the new moon in Virgo here, this woman, she's wearing, you know, a flower crown, right? It's giving like hippie, like a flower child type of shit, right? This is what you need to embody, just free soul-like energy. You need to stop hanging on to somebody or something that is clearly not on the same wavelength as you, that is clearly not giving you what you need, that is clearly not fulfilling you in the highest way. You need to have more self-respect. You need to have more self-respect to get the fuck out of that situation, you guys. Now let me get a sip of my chai latte right quick. But oh my gosh, I'm really just like getting this heavy energy, you know? And you have just been so, like you're scared the second you start speaking your truth and just cutting the cords, shit will start exploding and it will start go down and it will be horrible and dramatic. Honey, that is literally just an illusion of your mind. I've had the same thing happen to me a billion times when I was about to speak my truth or like set some boundaries or whatever. I was always scared like, oh my gosh, this person will take it in such a bad way. They will be so aggressive and there will be so much drama, right? And obviously that mindset and that feeling stems from an inner child's wound, right? So at some point I realized actually speaking your truth and setting boundaries is not a threat to your survival, okay? Please, you guys, if you struggle with this, write this down right now. Speaking your truth and setting boundaries is not a threat to your survival. In today's day and age, and because of all the trauma and all of the bullshit kind of past we had, we think that other people's opinions are basically a threat to our survival. I recently actually saw like a post on Pinterest about this, like where this girl said like, you know, other people's opinions and what they have to say and, you know, like haters, like shit like that, they are not a threat to your survival. And we need to start learning that because sometimes it really does feel like it's a threat to our survival because we have been embodying this energy so much. We have been letting other people have so much energy over us or situations, whatever, right? We need to put a stop to this and we need to realize it is actually not threatening our survival. It is not. It's just a fucking opinion. And if some bitch tries to like, you know, come for you or act up in a weird way just because you set some boundaries and you spoke your truth, honey, is that really your problem? Is that really your problem? Would you not rather set yourself free instead of like just continuously walking after this person who has just been behaving in a really bad way or like situation, who has just not been serving you, wouldn't you just rather sing your own song and embark on a new journey instead of trying to shut yourself up just because you're scared to hurt other people? Honey, listen to me. This is also a deep message coming through here. But sometimes when we set those boundaries, when we like speak our truth, when we call someone out for their toxic behavior, sometimes we don't actually piss those people off. Well, sometimes yes, obviously. But also sometimes we inspire them because they see someone who is confident enough and whole enough that they can call you out on a like situation. That takes big fucking balls, you guys. That takes bad bitch energy, that takes strength. And when they see that, they will start respecting you. So put some respect on yourself first and say what you need to say. Okay? This message was intense, bitch. Like, what? Okay, let's dive a bit deeper and see what your future self has to tell you. Knight of Swords. So there is a lot of communication coming your way, you guys. Like, people reaching out to you. I feel like I'm also getting the sense that maybe recently you have been wanting to post some kind of announcement, maybe on social media, maybe about your personal life or, you know, your career life. Like you have just been wanting to share some news with people, with a little bit of a larger collective, right? And you're scared like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if this is the right way, you know, I don't know if I should do this. Honey, we also have the Ten of Cups here, so there is a lot of love coming. So make sure you speak your truth, you know, because there will be people supporting you. There will be people supporting you. You have so much love surrounding you guys, okay? So whatever you want to share, just know that there's a lot of love surrounding you. And I also want you guys to remember that no matter how like small or lonely you might feel as of right now, just know that there are so many parts of your soul family members walking on this earth at the same time as you, and you are destined to meet some of them in this lifetime, and they will completely fulfill your heart again. Even if you might be lonely right now, just know that the future is full of good people. Your future self is really like, bitch, don't worry. I know you might seem lonely right now. It's hard because we also have the Nine of Pentacles here, you know? Overall, she's thriving, right? She is just taking a break, relaxing. But it's also giving me the energy that you have been a little bit lonely, right? So just know that there is a lot of love on the horizon for you. Okay? Love in all kind of ways. In all ways. Love of all kinds. It's coming, you guys. So just be a little more patient, and right now, take this fucking time to set boundaries. Like, for real, you guys, you really need to do that. So final messages for group number 3, Spirit, what needs to come through? Okay, we have the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. Yes, you guys. Clarity is fucking coming, okay? Like, I don't even have to, like, get into this card more. Like, there's just clarity, the answers you need, they are all coming. You have nothing to worry about, bitch. Okay, so final card for you. Message from your future self. Let's see, we have, ooh, we have 2 cards. Okay, so new moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side, okay? Beautiful. So just know that if you have recently been going through some like rough moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so unlucky, or like I'm just so, you know, doomed basically, honey, luck is coming, okay? So final card for real now, we have the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. So whatever you're currently struggling with, just know, honey, those conclusions are coming, okay? Clarity is coming. I promise you that. You have almost made it to the end of the tunnel and it's gonna look fucking beautiful, okay? So group number 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly enjoyed doing this reading for you. It was such a pleasure. Let me know if this resonated. I always love to know. I always love to hear your story and connecting with you guys. And your love and support always means the world to me. So thank you so much for that. And I just wish you a wonderful, wonderful fucking day. And see you soon. Bye.